What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to your video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2023 TSport 200. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This weekend, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series playoffs begin this weekend at IRP, also known as Lucas Oil Raceway Park. The last time the Truck Series raced at IRP, which is the first time the Truck Series has raced at IRP since 2010 or 2011, we saw Grant Enfinger pick up his first victory in 2022. He looks to win his third race of the 2023 season. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is actually looking really good. It's going to be 85 degrees high with 68 degrees low. Right now, only a 10% chance of rain. And the weather is going to be cooler at the start of the race, with the weather, if I'm not mistaken, going to be running around 75 to 76 degrees. Going to be some pleasant weather for their fans out at the racetrack. So anyways, let's also take a look at the playoff leaderboard going to the first race of the playoffs. So Corey Hamel started the playoffs 28 points above the cutoff line after winning the regular season championship. Then you have Zane Smith, who's 20 above the cutoff line. Carson Oswar is third in the points, 19 above the cutoff line. Then you have Christian Eckes, who's 17 points above the cutoff line at 4. Grant Enfinger is 5th, 15 points above the cutoff line. Ty Majeski is 6th, 12 points above the cutoff line. Ben Rhodes is 11th above the cutoff line at 7th. And Nick Sanchez right now is 5 points, actually 5 points, or 4 or 5 points above the cutoff line as well. Actually 3 points above. Then you have Matt DiBenedetto, who's 2 points below, and Matt Crafton's also 2 points below. So it's really close at the beginning. Should be very interesting to see how the playoffs are as they kick off this weekend. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, we've had a lot of new subscribers as of recently. Here's how picks work on the channel. I did 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle, who have had some really bad runs recently, or I think are going to have a bad run. I do 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers I expect run really good and under fun equipment, who are going to have a really strong run this weekend and not the greatest equipment. And I do my winners pick, driver thinks going to win the race overall. And then I do the drivers need to watch out for. And unlike the Cup Series, I do 4 drivers need to watch out for in the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series as well. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Let's start off with the suck picks. Who are my suck picks for the TSport 200 at IRP? My first suck pick is the driver of the 13 truck for DiBenedetto Racing, and that is Hailie Deegan. Now, Hailie Deegan, she's coming off her best run at Richmond, and she's been pretty decent on the short tracks. However, I feel like with how chaotic the short tracks can be, I just think she's not going to have a good run this weekend. She's had a couple good races recently with the good SRX race and a solid race at Richmond, but sadly, I don't think the good luck is going to continue. I think she's somehow going to end up in a wreck that really isn't her fault, unfortunately. I think she's going to finish near the back of the pack, and sadly, I don't think she is going to have a strong run this weekend at IRP. My second suck pick for this weekend at IRP is the driver of the 52 truck for Halmer Friesen Racing, Stuart Friesen. Stuart Friesen's had a couple really bad races recently. He got involved in a big crash at Pocono when the big one happened after Carson Oswar made a mistake. And then he had a terrible truck at Richmond where he generally ran 20 to 25th pretty much all race long. I think that the team's win has been knocked out of their sails. I sadly think the 52 team is going to struggle. I don't think they're going to bring a lot of good pace. I don't think they're going to bring a lot of good speed. And sadly, I think Stuart Friesen is going to struggle this weekend at Indianapolis Raceway Park. And now we'll go ahead and get on the underdog picks for this week in IRP. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this week in Indianapolis Raceway Park is a driver 7 truck for Spire Motorsports, and that is Lane Riggs. Lane Riggs, I think, is one of the most underrated drivers in not just NASCAR, but across the country overall. This guy can be a really good race car driver, and he really hasn't had great opportunities and shots in his career. That's not the case this time around. The 7 truck for Spire Motorsports has been a pretty underrated truck. It has won Micaiah Larson, but it's also at times where it struggled on pace and speed. But I think Lane Riggs is going to surprise a lot of people because I think he's going to have a chance to win this race. Lane Riggs can get the best out of equipment, and Lane Riggs is also going to be a truck capable of winning. So I think Lane Riggs has a chance to get an underdog win, and I would not surprise or shock me if Spire Motorsports gets their second win. His track is kind of similar to North Wilkesboro in the configuration, so I do believe that Lane Riggs will be a contender for a strong run. My second underdog pick for this weekend at IRP is the driver of the 41 truck for Nice Motorsports, Shane Van Gisbergen. That's right, Shane Van Gisbergen is making his official first ever start on an oval in NASCAR. Obviously, he's already won his first NASCAR Cup Series race at the Chicago Street Course, but he's making his oval debut. There's a lot of rumors that he's going to run full-time next year in Cup. This is going to be a really good opportunity for him. While Nice Motorsports isn't a fast organization in the world, I think he's going to have a decent run, but I'm not expecting him to win. but I think he surprised a lot of people. I think he's going to have a chance for a top 10 or maybe surprise a lot of people and gets top 5 because I think he's getting up to speed really, really quickly. And I think if anyone can do a good job in their debut on an oval who hasn't had a lot of oval experience, it is SPG. So I think Shane Van Gisbergen will have a pretty solid run this weekend at IRP. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the winner's pick for this weekend's truck race at IRP. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick for this weekend is a driver who has not won so far in 2023, but this guy has been really, really fast on the short ovals, and let's be honest, this guy should have absolutely have won last week or 2 weeks ago at Richmond. He had the dominant truck, and his track is very similar to Richmond. I am picking Ty Majeski to get his first win of the 2023 season. Ty Majeski, a really good driver on short tracks. Thought he was going to win it last 2 weeks ago. Had the fastest truck there. I don't think they make the same mistake. They're really good here last year as well. I don't think the team makes the same mistake. I don't think they're going to screw the strategy like they did last week. I think he's going to get it done. I think that Ty Majeski picks up win number 1 to 2023, and this would also be his third career NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series would be his third career victory. I'm picking Ty Majeski to get it done. And now we're going ahead and jump on to the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend at IRP. Who am I keeping my eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for this weekend in Indianapolis Raceway Park is the driver 11 truck for Tricon Garage, Corey Heim. Corey Heim might have more momentum than anybody else going into the playoffs, and right now is the favorite to win the 2023 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship. He has already scored 2 wins this year, and I think that he will be a threat against Ty Majeski. I think that they're going to bring a lot of good pace and a lot of great speed to Corey Heim this weekend. I think he's going to have a chance to get it done. I think he will be a threat for the victory this weekend in the number 11 truck and might just get his third win of 2023. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at IRP is the driver of the 42 truck for Nice Motorsports, Carson Oswar. Carson Oswar has a lot of momentum currently at the moment. He's coming off of winning the most recent race at Richmond when he passed Ty Majeski with 4 laps to go and has already won 3 races in 2023. I think he is Corey Heim's biggest threat to win the championship right now because I think that he's second on that totem pole currently at the moment. The 42 team's got great pacing and great speed, and with this track kind of being similar to North Wilkesboro on the length of it, I do believe they're going to bring some good pace and speed. I think Carson Oswar has a chance to win his 4th race of 2023. The third driver to watch out for this weekend at IRP is a driver 38 truck for Front Row Motorsports, Zane Smith. Zane Smith has a lot of momentum as well. While he struggled in the middle portion of the year, I feel like the 38 team has come on strong. While he hasn't had race-winning pace, I think he will have a chance to win this weekend. It's been a while since he won. His last win did come at Circuit Americas. But I do believe that you're going to see Front Row give him a strong truck. I think they're going to be fast. I think they're going to be threats and contenders. And I think he's got a shot to win this weekend in IRP. And the fourth final driver I think you should watch out for this weekend at IRP is the driver of the 25 truck for Rackley WR Racing, Matt DiBenedetto. I think Matt DiBenedetto is probably a sleeper pick of anybody in the playoffs currently at the moment. But I think Matt DiBenedetto could surprise a lot of people and go really far in the playoffs. He's really good at short tracks. He's been really fast at them. I know it didn't go as good for him at Richmond, but he had enough points to make it anyways. I think Matt DiBenedetto is going to be really fast, really, really good, and I think he will be a threat to somehow maybe get his first truck victory of 2023. So, those are my race picks for the TSport 200 at IRP. Just a reminder, my second picks are Haley Deegan, Stuart Friesen. My underdog picks are Lane Riggs and Shane Van Gisbergen. My winner's pick is Ty Majeski. And the ones to watch out for are Corey Heim, Carson Oswar, Zane Smith, and Matt DiBenedetto. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be for the race picks video for the TSport 200 at IRP. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, notifications on so you know if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Link description below that, and comment your thoughts below and your picks below for this weekend at IRP. Let me know your 2 suck picks, let me know your 2 underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know drivers you're watching now for this weekend at IRP. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Later today on the channel, we have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race pick from the Indianapolis Road Course. Then tomorrow on the channel, we have the NASCAR news video on the channel discussing news over the last 4 or 5 days. Then on Thursday, we are going to have race pick for the Cup race at Indianapolis Road Course, followed by the SRX race from Eldora. Then Friday, we're going to have a NASCAR news video on the channel and also Truck Series race from IRP. We got a lot of content dropping on the channel as we get you guys prepared for this weekend. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.